Alright, welcome back to Curl Gaming, where we discuss all things video games. Today we're going to take a look at an arcade racer, and I really enjoy arcade racers. This one's a little bit older, but finally made its way over the consoles this year, 2025. Anyway, that is Fast and Furious Arcade Edition. A little bit to unpack here, so let's take a look at some gameplay footage and then come back and discuss.
Select mission. Choose car. Upgrade to the max.
Race to the runway and ground the plane.
3, 2, 1, go! Enter name.
Storm the castle and destroy the throne!
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go! Select mission. Choose card. Upgrade to the max.
Storm the castle and destroy the drone.
3, 2, 1, go!
Target ahead! Hurry!
Second place.
Try again. Escape the canyon and derail the train.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go! Shortcut!
Target ahead! Hurry!
You're almost there. First place. Mission accomplished.
Seize the safe house and grab the gold.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go!
Try again! Reach the bunker and stop the missile.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go! Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Race to the runway and ground the play.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go! Shortcut!
Target ahead. Hurry!
First place! Mission accomplished.
Storm the castle and destroy the throne.
Continue now. 3,
ahead! Hurry!
First place. Mission accomplished.
Seize the safe house and grab the gold.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go!
derail the train!
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go!
Target ahead!
First place! Mission accomplished.
Reach the bunker and stop the missiles!
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go!
Target ahead.
Second place.
Try again. Race to the runway and ground the plane.
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go! Shortcut!
Target ahead.
First place. Mission accomplished.
Storm the castle and destroy the drone.
ahead! Hurry!
First place. Mission accomplished.
Reach the bunker and stop the missile.
Continue now. Three. Select mission. Choose car. Upgrade to the max. Choose car. Upgrade to the max.
Race to the runway and crown the plane.
3, 2, 1, go!
Storm the castle and destroy the throne!
Continue now. 3, 2, 1, go!
Target ahead! Hurry!
First place! Mission accomplished.
Escape the canyon and derail the train!
Continue now. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you like that look at Fast and Furious Arcade Edition running on Nintendo Switch. Part of the reasons why I say there's a lot to unpack here is because This is from the same team that brought us Cruisin' Blast, and that was brought over to the Switch a few years ago. And the amount of content on Cruisin' Blast versus this is pretty disappointing. Cruisin' Blast was packed. You could unlock tons of vehicles, anything from a unicorn to a UFO to a dinosaur to whatever. Like there was a lot of options. That game had a ton of replayability that I still go back to and enjoy. That is one series I'd like to see a compilation for. I'd love to have like a Cruisin' compilation, everything from Cruisin' USA up to just before Cruisin' Blast. Anyway, as for Fast and Furious Arcade Edition, again, same development team. I'm not sure of the actual release dates in the arcade, but the fact that this only has a handful of tracks and 8 cars, like there's nothing else to unlock unless you're thinking of like the Furious editions of the vehicles. They're not. To me, the value isn't there. I paid full price for this, which was about 40 Canadian. I think Cruisin' Blast was 40 Canadian as well. And the amount of content from one game to the other is just disappointing. And I've kind of looked at some other videos on YouTube, and people even said same thing, content-wise, for what you get with this, it doesn't seem to match the dollar value. Now, as for it being an arcade game, okay, I can see that's very short. Get right to the end. Just try to come in first. That's all this arcade edition is, just come in first. And I've also heard that the AI is pretty cheap, like the computer opponents, and it is. There's a lot of rubber banding. You can come in first right off the bat, and you think you're doing fine, then all of a sudden you have 3 cars coming right up behind you and passing you almost at the last minute, or at least the last stretch. So that last stretch in every race is a fight to get to first. There is a way to try to always come in first, and that's basically save your nitros, hit your icons, your pickups as you play, but save your nitros until the end of the race, and then just floor it to get to the end. And so far that's pretty much worked out fine for me in every race I've done. Granted, you could see me struggling with this. So the footage that you're seeing here is me putting it in and trying it out for the first time. The controls feel a little off for me. That's why the first few races I've completely shit the bed, for better or worse terms. And every time, this is one thing, I know the courses have shortcuts and you have that voice that says, hey, shortcut, and then you can kind of see it, but I find that it's a little too late. It's like, shortcut, okay, you just passed it. Shortcut, okay, you just passed it. Shortcut, you can't. All right. So it becomes an issue where the courses have to be memorized. You have to find out where, or know where the shortcuts are. Yes, majority of them are highlighted in green, drive through the green, and off you go. Some things that bother me with this release is you can see vehicles go through the shortcuts, and this does bother me. They'll go through the shortcuts, the gate won't break. You go through the shortcut, gate breaks wide open, and you can see the other vehicles right in front of you just doing their thing. And then, that one race. So there is issues for this for sure. So the one race where I actually had to stop the game because I got punted and ended up in the side wall of the cavern. Okay, so there's obviously collision detections, and as of this writing, there's been no updates. Like, there hasn't been any patches put out there. I'm not sure if that's just related to the Switch version, but since it's the arcade edition and it's also released on Series XS systems as well as PS5, I assume the builds are fairly similar. So if I have that problem where I can get stuck pretty easily and like just get bumped out and get stuck in a wall, I'm sure that's going to happen on other platforms. Is this game fun? Once you figure out the controls, how everything handles, and you know how to come in first, and then find out that's like when you get to the last lap, that will be a fight to the finish. Yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had, but the amount of content here just doesn't justify the cost. So for me, like I said, I really enjoy a good arcade racer. Cruise and Blast just had way much more content in there. Everything from unlocking new vehicles, routes, everything. I'd have to go back. I do have a video up for Cruise and Blast if you want to take a look at that. And that was released a few years prior to this. Again, that is on console lifespan. I'm not sure in the arcade. So if I bring this up, let's see, arcade edition. I'm really curious to see when this came out. Granted, the home edition was 2025. Okay, I'm seeing 2022. Is that right? Possibly. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, 2022, when did Cruise and Blast come out? Cruise and Blast Arcade. Really? So here, Cruise and Blast was released in 2016. And the only home console port was the Switch in 2021. Okay, so 2016 to 2021. Then we've got Fast and the Furious Arcade 2022 to 2025. All right. I don't know if that has anything to do with the license. Like I'm pretty sure I recognize some of the cars, but to have only 8, I'm not sure if all 8 of those were present in Fast and the Furious. And then when you cross the finish line to get to the end, there was some of the, I don't want to say bosses, but 2022, I'm guessing the Fast and the Furious Arcade would only cover some of the movies, right? I'm not that well versed in regards to Fast and the Furious. Sorry, not sorry, but I think I read somewhere like it covers up to part 6, part 7. 2022, I want to say they were 8th or 9th movie by then. Yeah, this one just throws me off. Why would Fast and the Furious Arcade be ported to well, not every system, PS5 series systems, Switch, but Cruisin' would only be released on Switch? I know people are going to say, well, it's because Cruisin' USA was a 64 only title. Possibly, maybe, but I don't know. Like, I enjoyed what's here, but I can tell you right now, just because of how many tracks, how many vehicles, lack of replayability, I will not be revisiting this one over and over again. Cruise and Blast, absolutely. I enjoy that game. I play that game a ton. Arcade Racers, if you remember the PS3 and the 360 era, they were almost a dime a dozen, and then they just kind of died off like quickly. So if it wasn't like a dedicated sim, it wasn't happening. So I got pretty excited with Cruise and Blast, and when I heard this, I know there's a few Fast and Furious games, and I just kind of pushed them off. I'm like, not interested in that. I'm not gonna play that. And then when I heard Fast and the Furious Arcade Edition, I was like, okay. So I looked it up. found out it was from the same team behind Cruisin' Blast, and it was an actual arcade game, and it was being released. I'm like, okay, I'll pick that up. Price point was the same as Cruisin' Blast. Yeah. I'm just disappointed for the dollar value in the content that's here. If you're a huge fan of Fast and the Furious and you have to have everything Fast and the Furious, like you've collected all the games so far, might as well pick this up, throw it in your collection. It's not going to do you any harm. I don't imagine this is going to be a huge seller. The fact that it also came from Game Mill, they seem to be a pretty big discount game company, but give it a shot. Honestly, wait for a sale. If you need a physical copy, like I said, it's $40 Canadian, and I'm pretty sure that was across the board, so the Xbox, PlayStation version as well. On the eShops or digital fronts, I'm not sure, but I would recommend waiting for a sale on this one, especially on the digital store shop fronts, because you know what's going to happen. I don't think this is going to be a huge seller. So with that being said, let me know what your thoughts are. Have you played this? I've seen Fast and Furious in the arcade. I didn't realize it was this one. I've never really paid attention to it. Next time I see one, I believe there's one in the theater down by me. I'll probably have to take a look just to see what the difference is and go from there. But as of right now, what's here is pretty lackluster. Yes, there is additional challenges you can go through. That is console exclusive, but again, it's not a huge amount to keep coming back and doing it over and over again. As you can see, I just kept playing through races over and over and over again, and you even saw me get stuck at the beginning there. So take it for what it is. It's not fully fleshed out. There is some bugs. Control does take some time to get used to, and the dollar value I just find is way too high. Again, this is the Switch version running. It seemed to be handling great for what I can tell, so I wouldn't be surprised with the PS5 or the Xbox Series systems if the frame rate is better. Resolution's probably going to be better. I'm guessing 4K on those systems. But let me know what your thoughts are. Have you played it? Did you download it? Did you buy a physical copy? And if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I upload on a regular basis. And with that being said, I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.